Hey, good morning. It's me. Um, don't mind me. I'm making my coffee. I'm working on being a morning person. Listening to other people talk about sun gazing, how that really has helped them wake up. Shout spiritual soul. Sorry, see, haven't had my coffee. um. So, what I kind of wanted to talk about today, since it's still early, is my dreams. So, I don't know if anybody else, if you do, please comment below on like what kind of recurring dreams that you have. But I have one that I have on the regular of my grandma's house I grew up in. But what it symbolizes to me is my ego self. So, just like the ego is there to protect you and kind of like, like make you do what's best for you. Not always the case, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, my grandma's house, I lived there from like 4 to like almost like 20 years old. And that was like my safe spot, like my go-to. Like if anything was ever going bad, I would run there. And now that I can't go there anymore because my grandparents passed away, now it's kind of like I don't have a safe spot. So at first I thought like dreaming of that house was a place of like refuge, like for me to like run to when times are stressful. But then reevaluating and seeing how the dream started to unfold over time, and how the house, my grandma's house, it turned into her house. Slowly, it turned into a mansion with 1 million rooms, and then that mansion turned into a motel with even more rooms. And then I started realizing that it was signifying that each room is a piece of me. But I'm holding on to those pieces like materials. So like each room was full of things, like a hoarder's. And like boxed in with walls with no windows. So to me that signifies that I'm holding on to all these things about myself in like such a manner that I don't want windows. I don't want any sort of reason like way of escape. And so there's so much like that goes on to this dream, where like over time I started building a basement onto my grandma's basement and digging deeper and deeper and almost getting like lost in like this house, where every time I go to sleep I'd wake up in this house and like in a deeper part of it. And at one point like the whole basement was filled with people, not people I know. And then like, so going through like spirituality and learning how to like defeat the ego, slowly my house started falling apart. And one dream in particular, I went down there and all my walls were broke down. And it was weird because I had like a guided meditation to kind of like shift consciousness before that happened, to help me out with discovering what my true potential and what I'm supposed to be doing. Not like trying to worry about what everybody else thinks I should be doing, or like worrying about what to like help me make it. Like thinking about money. Thinking about what other people would think of me if I did this or that. And what I wanted to do. So I went into my dream, and I went down to the basement, and all my walls were broke down, and my grandpa was down there. And so I like told my grandpa, you know, like, come on, let's go back upstairs. And I grabbed him and I helped him upstairs. And then my mansion wasn't there anymore. It was back to my grandma's house. And I tried to go back to the basement and there was no door. And then so I haven't dreamt about that place again in a minute. But then lately I've been having a really hard time, like, kind of dealing with, like, outside forces, like people that I have no other option but dealing with. And dealing with things that stress me out, like paying rent, paying bills. And so I've been dreaming about that house again. And I was really afraid that, like, the basement was going to start rebuilding and stuff. But last night I had a dream that me and my boyfriend escaped from that house and got in a car and we left. So it's almost like I'm starting to realize the pattern here between the significance between my dreams and reality. And how much what's going on up here can really affect your dreams. And how it's really trying to give you, like, insight on what's going on with your life. So when I'm talking to people and they tell me, oh, I don't dream, it kind of makes me sad. Because I'm like, I wish you could. Because it really gives insight to what's going on up here. I just wanted to share my dream experience. Maybe, you know, help somebody else. But thank you.